You may be wondering when you should start doing estate planning and what you need. As an estate planning and elder law attorney, I have to smile at this because so many people who are in their retirement years say, I don't know if I need, I need an estate plan, but I don't know if I need to see an elder law attorney. So let me kind of break it down and try to simplify this for you. Someone who is an adult needs an estate plan. What that estate plan looks like depends on their age, their family composition, and their assets. So let's say you are a college student or you're going off to college for the first time. You are 18 years old and you have no assets. The documents you need, and in fact you need estate planning documents, are your durable powers of attorney for finances, for health, and your healthcare directive. That's also called a living will. These are the documents that protect you while you are alive in the event something happens to you. For example, you're in a car accident and you're in the hospital and someone needs to speak for you, and you may want it to be your parents or you may want it to be somebody else. Well, you need to put in writing who would be speaking for you and what your wishes would be, your living will wishes. When it comes to having the durable power of attorney for finances, that can be a pretty simple document. So at college age, your documents are very simple. Please note I didn't say anything about you needing a will. That's because if you have no assets at all, you don't need a will, because wherever you live, the state is going to have some rules about where your assets go. And if you are a single person and you're 18 and you actually own a car and it's paid for when you die, your assets are going to go to your parents. So it's pretty simple. Your estate is simple at that point. I wouldn't say don't get a will. I'm just trying to be very clear with you that the will is your least important estate planning document when you are a college age student, unless you've got a lot of wealth, and in that case you definitely need a will or a trust or some full comprehensive estate plan. Next stage of life, you are in your mid to late 20s, early 30s, and now you've married. You need an estate plan. So does your spouse, regardless of the size of your assets, because you want to make clear where your assets go and who would speak for you. And if you have minor children, it's really important that your will contain your directions as to who would be the minor's guardians if you and the other parent both die. That way it's not stuck in the courts with family members arguing over who gets these minor kids, who gets to raise them, etc. Next stage of your life, maybe you're into your 40s and 50s and you are accumulating some wealth. Obviously, the more money and assets you have your home now, you have a bank account, you have a 401k, you're going to want an estate plan that is fairly comprehensive, that says where your assets go. Later in life, let's say you're getting close to retirement, or even in your 70s or 80s, that's when it's very critical that you speak with not just an estate planning lawyer, but one who has expertise in elder law and in Medicaid's rules. As people age, they're more likely to need care, and that care can be very expensive. If you need long-term care, or if your spouse does, you don't want to be in a situation where all of your money has to be spent down before the state will pay for your care. An elder law attorney knows the type of estate planning documents that you need so that you're in the best position possible to utilize available government benefits for you and for your spouse. Every stage of life for an adult means some estate plan is needed. The type of estate plan really depends on your circumstances. That's why I recommend you seek out an estate planning and elder law attorney.